What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? I'm Lamar. It's episode 79, Foul Language Podcast. KC, Fowler, Lamar.
What's
We here.
happening?
We in the building. I don't know. It's going to be a day. But you know what? I got good drinks. We're going to have some fun conversation. Have a good cigar. So it's going to be all good.
Hey, man. I can't complain over here, man. It's been a great freaking day for me, man. I just don't know what else to say. But get your accessories right. Get your headphones on if you're at work. Get the kiddies to bed because you might just hear some foul language. Let's go. Let's get it, man.
Got that right. Roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right. We back. It's time, before we kick things off again for episode 79, let's check in with those accessories, see how they're going. So what do you have tonight, man, for accessories?
Well, that nice plume of smoke that just came out right there, man, it's called The Edge by Rocky Patel.
Okay, I think I've had one.
I think I said that right. Here's the
it's Rocky Patel,
part of the band.
Yeah, I've had one.
Yeah, pretty good so far. I don't think it's as good as the one I had last episode, but still pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
And for my cup, first of all, I did PlayStation that one episode, so had to go Xbox on them for this one. You know what I'm saying?
We see it.
And I got a mixture of stuff in there. I had a little bit of Jameson left over with a little bit of Tin Cup left over, and I splashed some Larceny on top of that. Cause fuck it, that's why.
I was watching the video today where they poured some Tin Cup, so funny.
Yeah. So mixed all that in there together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Powerpuff Girls in a cup. It's pretty damn tasty, man. Anyway, I digress. How about yours, man? How about yours?
So, before we get canceled for questionable word choice, I've got this Cavalier. I think this is their limited edition for this year. I forgot what it's called, but this guy. CEO Plume of Smoke and Raged one. Hold on. It was a little weak that time. I did just knock the ash though, so you know.
Any excuse to do.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it, damn it. I'll take it. So for the whiskey, went out today on a little whiskey run. Went to the store to my new spot that's up and coming. A guy was talking to a guy. I heard what he was saying. It's like, hold on. He was like, "Can I help you, sir?" I was like, "No, you just keep talking." And as soon as he said aged in with the whiskey, with the wood from King's Ranch, I was like, hell yeah, run me one of them.
Oh, you got
hell yeah,
one.
Hell yeah, I got me one. So it was cheaper than when my homeboy found it, and they have a bottle limit. So at the local spot, it's one bottle limit. So I was like, it's like, yeah, we keep getting them in. So yeah, and we got a good deal on them. So we passed that on. I was like, hell yeah. So I called my homeboy up. I was like, you need another one? He was like, I Apple pay you the money. So got a couple of those, found some other good stuff. And so it's going to be a good evening this evening. Oh, and I couldn't just drink it out of any glass. So went and bought a new whiskey nosing glass. So fancy in this thing.
Man, bougie around this one.
Little whiskey nosing glass. Yeah. I'm going to break it. It's going to be,
I see that happening.
I break them all, man.
Indeed.
So that's why I have the stainless steel double-walled ones, and I leave those in different cities. So there's that. So anyway,
I'll drink out of it for you on Thanksgiving. I got you back.
Is it still there? I think it's left in the hotel.
I don't know.
I think I left it in the hotel.
If not, I'll find out.
I'm sure you will. All right, everybody. Well, we'll let you know how the accessories go. I know for me anyway, it's gonna be a good time. So we'll see how.
Same here.
Yeah, hell yeah. So good times.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some positive shit because it's always so fucking negative. So without further ado, man. Hey man, what's best in life, bro? Come on, man. Keep
negative Nancy over here. So like I said, found the King Ranch, man. Probably gonna get a couple more of those. Found 120-minute IPA. I remember back in the day, I was telling Kim today, I was like, I remember her and some of her coworkers used to be going into another liquor store, like Charlie's Angels, because you could only buy one bottle of the beer at a time. and they were $10 a pop, and they would go get them for me. But now it's like a 4-pack in there. So how the times have changed, man. So that's cool. Hanging out with the family. It's been good times. Getting ready to go into the holidays, so that's always fun too. By the time this comes out, it will be probably well into December by that point. So
Yep.
good times. Um, yeah, just been hanging out. Work's been cool and all that good shit. And smoking cigars and chilling out. Bought a new heater for the garage, and it puts out pretty good heat. So excited about that. Hopefully, it doesn't blow my garage up. So there's always that. So, but otherwise, seems all right. So with that, man, that's what's best in life.
All right, man. That's fucking amazing, man. I'm
Mm-hmm.
really enjoying all the positivity that
Oh
you have
gosh,
going
man.
on right now.
Come on, man.
No, I'm bullshit. So like I said earlier, man, it's been a pretty good fucking day, man. Watching another anime that's been in my queue for like about 2 years.
But what are we watching?
It's called Orient. I don't know if you've seen Orient or not, but it's
Orion?
Orient.
Orient?
Orient.
I don't know that
Yeah.
one.
So far pretty good, man. It takes a take on like a feudal Japan kinda, but demons have destroyed all the big time generals, so the different clans and stuff are like banding together to fight these motherfuckers, and then the main characters of the show is young Musashi Miyamoto and Kajiro, and they're actually on team. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool. So I watched about 4 episodes of it. I'm gonna see how far it's gonna go as far as
Oh,
I think it got
that
like
one.
2 seasons, and it's my shit, dude. It's my kind of shit. So
Yeah. Okay, I know what this is now. Yeah, this is right up your alley right here.
yeah, it's good shit. I'm enjoying it. Also, we done made it to season 2, One Piece. That's a good accomplishment.
I don't be knowing what's what. So what's happening?
They are trying to liberate the dragon. Like the dragon just got onto the boat.
Okay, I'm still ahead of y'all. Okay, cool. We watching One Piece tonight, then. Damn
it. Challenge. Yeah, so we finally made it to fucking season 2, man. I'm excited about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I do this thing on YouTube where I see what's coming out on Netflix the next month. So they're doing a fucking Dragon Age animated joint next month. So I'm pretty fucking hype about that.
Me too. Me too.
Other than that, the family is good. Everybody is healthy. Talked to all of my children today. It was it's always funny, especially talking to Tangy because she's like legally grown now. So she was just, you know what I'm saying, talking to me, and she was just, yeah, Dad. So I'm thinking about you gotta look, god damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry for my cigar back. Damn, angry.
Shit. So she was like, yeah, Dad, I gotta go to the store right quick, and I got off today. And I was like, God damn. But okay. Okay, I was actually clowning about it. I was like, you go ahead and smoke your little toothpick, little twig, you get over there. I was fucking with it, man, but it was always good. I was talking to Shania, my brat. She was, Daddy, I get $30. Gave her a hard time, but of course, Daddy gave her $30.
Oh, we did.
And then Dre called me this morning, and I missed it. He's about to start, being one of them people that work the polls, holding the signs and stuff for vote.
Come on, man, you gotta work on your fucking speeches, man.
POLL, all right, POLLS.
Oh, so he's gonna be working for me.
Yeah, and they paying like fucking $30 an hour. I said, shit, what was that when I was a goddamn kid?
It was still there.
Oh,
he's only gonna be poll working for what they
to the
midterms?
1st of December, to the 1st of December. But $30 an hour from then and then, man, that's a nice little check if you do it right. What else? The boys, they just been chilling, man. We're having movie night as soon as this is over. We're watching some shit called Bad Guys or something. I know there's like a wolf and some other shit in like a Cadillac. So I'm gonna see what that's.
It's not bad. It's a cute little kid movie.
Yeah, we're gonna check that shit out, and then we'll probably watch episode 7 of the Lord of the Rings show, prequel, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I haven't started that yet.
Yeah, it starts off slow as fuck.
That's what I heard.
Once you get past episode, because it's what, 8 episodes. So as soon as you get up to episode 5, that's when it kind of starts to pick up.
See, I hate that shit, man.
Yeah, but it's Lord of the Rings, man. They think about the Hobbit and everything else they've done. They start off slow as fuck before they get.
It's gonna be a lot of walking.
Man. Yeah. But it's introducing some characters, some that you've seen in Lord of the Rings, some you haven't. They brought a character from the game War of Mordor or some shit like that. I played both of them, and they brought like the Elven ghost to the show before he died and everything like that. So I think it's gonna be pretty good, man. But other than that, that's what's best in life. And my Xbox Cup.
Shout out to the Xbox Cup.
Yes, sir. When you heat it up, it actually has a skull and shit right around here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually my coffee cup, but fuck it.
All right, so we are a military family. Got generations of the military, as we've talked about a couple times. Got cousins in the military, uncles. I don't think we have any aunts that have been in the military. At least, you know, close aunts that we can think of right off the top of
No,
our heads. I don't think so.
not close.
You know, you are currently in the military. Mom, dad, granddad, it just keeps going. And so, yeah. So, you know, vets hold a very special place in our hearts, and we weren't too far removed from Veterans Day. So, you know, sometimes we feel that, or I do feel that, like, you know, vets aren't treated like they should be. And what do you think about that? So what are your thoughts, man?
A lot of us aren't getting treated like we should be, man. I mean, it's one of those things where we're underpaid, overworked, and as soon as our fucking bodies and shit break down and we get out, it's here you go, you're replaceable. But they want you to fucking fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army Eagles rolling in them all. But anyway, but you know, you pretty much gotta grind, man. And when I say grind, I mean you got 24-hour duties, you gotta pull 12-hour duties, you gotta pull. You're wearing full kit for days on end. You're wearing a fucking full mop suit. If everybody don't know what a mop suit is, the hazmat suit with the mask and the
I'll put a picture of it.
And you gotta wear that shit over your clothes. I had to wear that shit for 3 days straight. You know how hard it is to piss in that motherfucker in the wintertime in a field when it's cold. God damn, that shit sucked. But you know, there's a lot of shit that military members go through, from missing their family to just the constant hustle and bustle of the military. You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go. And then we don't get paid what we should get paid, in my opinion. And they can take quick as fuck, but they slow to give back around this motherfucker when they fuck up. But I digress.
Yeah,
but
you do.
As far as you know, the civilians go, yeah, you do the thank you for your service and all this other shit, and that's cool. That's cool and all, but you know what I'm saying? The ones that's homeless still, there shouldn't be no homeless fucking veterans out there whatso fucking ever. Also, the ones that do suffer from severe PTSD, and y'all still like shoot your fireworks and no fucking regard and shit for those veterans, even when they put that sign out front, veterans stay here. You don't give a fuck. It's that's cool, you served, that's all right, yeah. And then you got the hood motherfuckers. Oh man, nobody give a fuck because you in the army, man. I beat your motherfucking ass. No, you won't, because I shoot you. So what? You ain't fighting shit. But and Veterans Day is that one thing that kind of grinds my gears, because everybody is not a fucking veteran. And here's why I say why. You got them motherfuckers in basic training, did not make it past basic training, calling themselves fucking vets. Yeah, you may have got a DD-214, but you ain't even earned the title of a fucking soldier yet. You still a fucking recruit. You should not be considered a fucking vet. I'm sorry. You got a DD-214. And people might say, oh, he's wrong. They still volunteered to serve the country. Man, fuck that. You get fucking hand-fed and babysat and is able to crawl. They carrying your ass pretty much through basic training and fucking AIT until you learn your fucking job. And then once you go to your unit or wherever you go, Reserve, National Guard, whatever, that's when the real shit fucking starts. But you didn't make it there. Like a lot of us have made it there for you to even open your mouth and call you a vet. I call yourself a vet. I personally think it's disrespectful because you haven't grinded out yet. You didn't make it that far. And a lot of people, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes, there was a lot of female recruits when I was in, and a female's body's built different. So a lot of them would like break their hip bone or fracture their hip and they just can't go on. Versus the motherfuckers who just don't want to do it anymore and get out. And then I'm a veteran. And those be the main motherfuckers that do it. Like, oh man, where'd you go to basic? Oh, Fort Jackson. Oh, you ain't finished? Why ain't finished? I twisted my ankle really bad. And I didn't finish the ruck march or some stupid shit like that. Man, get your bitch ass out my goddamn face. That bullshit. But anyway, and then another thing, we veterans have to fucking fight for their fucking disability rating. We have to prove and every injury was service connected, which is bullshit. If we still in that uniform, we got documentation showing that we was in the army from this time to this time. That shit should be motherfucking automatic. Me and the wife was talking about that shit the other day. When a soldier gets out, when they ETS or whatever, and they're done with the army, they should get a mandatory rating of like maybe 30%, 40% before they even go to the doctors and shit. And then that shit can either go up or it can go down, depending. They should automatically get one because that's that's thanking me for my service right there. My knees is shit. When I first got to this fucking unit, I'm on a goddamn cane, still trying to do fucking army shit. I go to the field in a fucking brace that goes from the top of my motherfucking thigh to my goddamn ankle, but I'm still in the goddamn field. So no, don't thank me for my service. Give me a goddamn check. Like, damn, I said, get that check, get this paper, goddamn. But there is a certain level of respect depending on what state you're in, also. Because some states don't give a fuck if you're military or not. Ain't no shit for you. Your motherfuckers gate free. Ain't nobody tell you to join the army. You decide to do this shit. Why? We got it. And then everybody don't do military discounts. Y'all do first responder discount like a motherfucker. Y'all do goddamn senior citizens discounts like a motherfucker, but vets don't get one. But it's always thank you for your service, thank you for your service. Even when we like, oh, no, we don't do a discount, but we really appreciate everything that you do. But give me a free side of fucking ham, Cracker Barrel. Let's go ahead and do that since we motherfucker thank you for my service. Let me get some grits. Yeah, no grits, no. No, I'm just bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? Discount does, help certain people, and I get it. Some places it's a business, some people don't fucking do it. But it's a lot of people, a lot of my brothers have died serving this country, man. We, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people before us have died serving this country. And then us as melanin people, we actually look at other melanin people a lot of times that's in the service. Like we're like, we're Sambo or something, like we're sellouts. We're betraying our people and all this other stuff when they don't really understand the fucking history that every major war was won because we joined that. We was allowed to fight in that motherfucker to some form of fucking fashion. So the last thing I got to say, for me being a military service member, 4th generation, it is an honor and a fucking privilege. I wouldn't even say just to serve the country, but to actually be in the military and be in a position where people before me centuries ago had to fucking fight to be in. You know what I'm saying? Same units, same food, same uniforms, all that type of shit. They had to fight for this shit that we take for granted, and we all on TikTok like doing this shit. We doing this shit on TikTok. But what you think, bro?
All right, man. So, I never served. I do remember in college, in high school though, like the recruiters used to be, heavy. And so that's kind of like the pregame, and I'll start there. It is one thing I think that's somewhat unfortunate is some of them recruiters can be kind of predatory. You know what I'm saying? Not all, but some, and I've seen it personally, so I can speak from my own experiences.
They have to be though.
They do. I understand they have quotas and shit to get to, but a lot of times they're selling these 17, 18-year-old kids a false dream. Like case in point, remember when I got married, the recruiter told you you'd be able to make it to the wedding. Shit ain't happened. Wasn't even possible. So shit like that. Like I remember, recruiters would take me to work. They'd be picking up lunch for you and shit. And like they would sell you on like, you have money for college. And I was like, so I have a full scholarship. So what happens now? Never heard from that dude again.
Fuck this guy.
It pretty much is what happened.
Mr. Smartass.
Right. That's what happened. And and they don't tell you that, like if you go to college, join up afterwards, you come in as an officer. Whatever that is, how those that feel about that, because I've heard stories about how they feel about those officers too. But that's more of a function of how they come in with an arrogance versus coming in, so there's that. But superiority complex is the word I want. So there's that. But there's other things you can do, because the crazy shit that I always see is like those that are in leadership in my agency that are military and active. You look at their resumes and you're like, oh, they didn't go in at like 17, 18. They went in after college, or they went in during, you know what I'm saying? So, or they got their degree like very early on. So, that's an interesting thing too. You don't get like the full, I would say I I say for less well off communities, you don't get the full picture. You know what I mean? Of what it can do for you and what it actually means to serve. Now if like us, we come from generations of people in the military, and that was like the goal, that was the pride, that was always your dream. That's fine. That's cool. I respect that. That's what I want you to do. A lot of people, a lot of these young people realize or consider that they're their only way, and putting them in a situation where that's their way and then basically fucking them over in the long run, that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? And you were saying, and I'm probably gonna be all over the place because I didn't take notes, but you mentioned the part about disability right off the rip. So initially I was gonna disagree with you, but when you said that it should be like initially a 30% and then go up from there, I ain't got no problem with that. That's perfect. Now, I mean, if we talking 30 versus 25 versus 40 to start off, I mean, that's a nuanced topic, but
Mhm.
I'm cool with that. It
Yeah,
should be it
just
should
a little pebble in the lake,
yeah.
man. Just a little pebble.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Because I mean, the other thing you got to worry about is, somebody that serves, they go over to their side chick house, get caught, and jump out the window and break their leg, and they're trying to claim that. So that's the thing you got to be careful of. But just like certain things should be kind of common. Knees, back, certain joint issues,
Your
PTSD.
mind.
Yes, I mean, and that's the crazy one though, because the mind you can't see. That's the hardest one from what I've read to get credit for. It's shit like that, like PTSD, depression, anxiety, all of those other mental issues that are
Especially if
brought
you
on.
never deployed before,
Yeah.
you really they really dig.
Mm-hmm. And then just all of the things that you have to deal with that you don't even know, like things you're exposed to. Like I was following that bill that John Stewart was championing for all the soldiers who had to deal with like the burn pits
Mhm.
and the chemicals that they were exposed to. You know what I mean? Shit that they were exposed to, or like those that went to Nam and the shit that they were exposed to. I mean, that's cancer, all kind of shit's tied to that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You think these people that are 18, 19, 20, 21 making a decision, and it just hinders them. I think they should be taken care of. I mean, as much as people argue, they don't respect the troops, or like, when Kaepernick kneeled
Mhm.
and they were like, he's disrespecting the troops. How much do you disrespect the troops day in and day out? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you participate in any kind of stolen valor. That shit right there is
Oh
like,
my
whew,
God. That
that
shit
shit that shit
boils my
pisses me off.
blood.
And I'm a civilian, so I can only imagine. Like for me, for example, I'm so cognizant of it. Is I have one of Dad's Harley tees, but it's a Wounded Warrior shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I don't necessarily want to wear that. But I mean, I talked to some people about it, and it was like, it's just Wounded Warrior. It's the Wounded Warrior Project, so that's a charity. So you good. I didn't want to perpetuate any close of anything saying that I serve. I work for, and they just.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh shit. Oh shit. So next topic.
He done found can't even get it out.
Oh
Keep
man.
it going. I'm gonna let you
Oh
have it. I'm
man.
gonna let you have it.
All right. So moving on. Before somebody knocks at my door.
Watching big booty solos on the phone, man. You
You know
found
what?
something for later.
Nah, my watch picked up and talking and tried to search what I was saying. Kiss my ass, man. Shut the fuck up. That's you. So anyway, I don't even know where the hell I was going. So yeah, we were talking about stolen valor and shit like that. Like, respect that. Like, I won't even like people are like, yeah, you can use your government ID to get the military discount at certain places. Like, I will not do that. If it doesn't say government discount, I will not do it. There are some places that we get some of the same discounts as you guys get, but I won't. If it's like military, like Home Depot, I'll never try to get that discount. 10% would be nice on a washer and dryer. Don't get me wrong, but I won't do that shit. And people should be respectful of that. And then the way that they're treated, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you can't force an adult to do anything, but there should be an infrastructure to have it to where no vet should be homeless. Now, like I said, if they escape and don't want to be there and don't trust the surroundings because of all the shit that they've been through, that's another thing. But there should at least be a mechanism in place to make it so that they have some sort of housing, or at least can get some of the supplies that they need. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be somewhere that you can go to get those things. And if there is, please let us know so we can get that word out there and make sure we can share that whenever we can, because that to me hurts my heart. To anytime you see like a retired soldier that's older and is struggling either financially, mentally, or whatever the case may be, it just breaks my heart, man, because you think about that they put their life on the line for this country, and they're not taken care of. And that shouldn't be the case. And people, just like you were saying, don't respect them. Like when people are just like, oh, I don't give a fuck, yeah, I beat your ass, do you think you some shit because you start, what I'm saying? Like, no, no. But then because I also hate when it becomes like a ploy for anger, like I alluded to, like Kaepernick. Um, that was like the argument that, oh, he's disrespecting the troops. No, look at that shit again. Look at the situation. Look why he got to kneeling instead of sitting down, because of respect for the troops, because he talked to somebody. And I mean, any soldier, any Marine, any sailor, any member of the Air Force, I forget what they're called all the time, but
Airmen.
Airmen. Okay, thank you. I don't know why that seemed wrong for some reason.
I don't know what the Space Force is called, but
I don't either. They weren't around yet. But anytime I talk to one of them, they're like, "That's what we fight for you to have that right to do that." And it's not whether they agree with it or not. It's that you're right, and I respect that. And I find that a lot of times, brothers and sisters in the military are the most cognizant of, we fight for you to have the right to do the things provided to you. So therefore respect that. And I think in respecting that, we should respect them for what they do. And, just realize that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that's giving their lives and giving their bodies, giving their minds to protect the things that we hold dear. And also mention, I mean, and don't get me wrong, there are those that, abuse the system and,
well, of course,
all that shit. And that comes with everything. Don't let that be your excuse to not support those folks when the time comes. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
And I mean, it's like they should have financial services. Help them plan their retirement, help them figure out what's in their best financial interest. You know what I'm saying? They should.
They do actually.
They do.
Like I know, especially for active, before you get out, you have all
Mm-hmm.
these classes, and I forgot what they call it now. It used to be ACAP when I was getting in, but you have all these civilians come in and they go over finances and what I'm saying, job placement. You got all these classes you have to go to before you actually get out of the military. And from what I understand, it's gotten even better.
Oh, good, 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 good. The last thing I'll say, and then I'll we can move on, is and I feel like I've said it before, but just show them respect, help them out, and appreciate them for what they've done and who they are. You know what I'm saying? They may be an asshole as a person. Sometimes there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? And just give them some grace. That's all I'm gonna say.
So the last thing I'm gonna say is for family members or spouses or significant others, whatever, of a vet or something like that, if they come to you and tell you they're having a problem with this, they're depressed, they're having nightmares, they're confided in you, don't just blow them off. Take that shit seriously. Listen to them. Recommend help if you can. Recommend help. Just be there for them, man. And for my brothers and my sisters that still wearing a uniform, ain't wearing a uniform, homo, we salute y'all, man. Even the Marines, we salute y'all too, man. Go Army, beat Navy.
All right, man. How your accessories treating you?
Honestly, a cigar is really basic, man. It's really, really basic. And then you can see this shit. It started running earlier.
Oh man.
So it kind of looks like my tooth.
Man, you should have touched that up a long time ago, man.
Yeah, I should have, man. But we was into the conversation. I'm like, fuck it, it'll get back where it needs to be, or not. Fuck it, whatever. It'll still smoke, but it's really basic, man. It's a really basic cigar. Not good, not bad. It's just somewhere between. That's one of them cigars where you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna smoke on the porch and listen to music. I'm not gonna get one of my good ones. I'm just gonna get one of these. That's what kind of cigar that is. And the concoction here, It's pretty fucking potent, man. Like I put ice in it when we first started, and like 30 seconds after, the ice was gone.
Oh, wow.
So pretty good shit. Pretty good shit.
Cool.
I think it's giving me heartburn.
Uh-oh.
But getting old. Birthday's coming up, 37. That's right. But how about yours, man?
Oh man, good. The whiskey is good. The cigar is doing great. Um, it's burning a little bit fast, but I think that's because a couple times I have to, like every other puff, I have to double puff it. But otherwise, it's doing pretty good.
Double puffer.
Whatever, man. You stick with your damn Powerpuff Girls in the cup, and you leave me the hell alone. So yeah, good times. The whiskey is good. Only thing is so damn cold in here, man. It's like my shit is chilled, so that kind of sucks a little bit. So, we'll fix that. So yeah, good times.
Indeed. All right, man. So this was an interesting, man. I think, you know what I'm saying, you were the one that brought this topic up or put it on our sheet or whatnot. And I thought it was really interesting because a lot of people feel like, especially with the common theme of people getting their shit robbed and killed in their own fucking home and shit like that. So what do you think about staging firearms in the house, especially you, because you got some little ones running around? What do you think?
I think it really depends on your house. And it depends on, when I say that, not only the physical layout of your house, but it also depends on the makeup of your house. Because, I mean, I was just listening to a video today from USCCA. Like, if your child shoots an intruder with your firearm, is that child going to be in trouble? And the issue won't be the necessarily defense of their, life. It'll be more so, how are they able to access that firearm? So that may come back on the firearm owner. So that usually it works out okay if it was truly a threat, but it's still an interesting idea to consider. But I mean, and you mitigate that by making sure they understand firearms, understand how they work, understand how they're used, remove the stigma. So, but now I have a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old in my house, and I don't think they're ready for that yet. So, my 9-year-old, she probably could eventually, but not now. So with that in mind, you got to have shit locked up, I think. I mean, you can have a nightstand gun, but it's got to be in a little safe. I've considered the idea of putting like the rifle in the closet high up so she can't reach it, but later on that'll still be able to be reached with a stool or something. And I worry about my wife. If she ever needed it, would she be able to reach it? Because she, her and my daughter are about 3 inches apart in height right now. So
short people unite before Voltron on you, motherfuckers.
That's the concern. So I mean, because I've even seen like little holsters that go beside that connecting between your box spring and your mattress, so it's like right there. Different little situations. Like I seen one where you can mount your AR on the wall, but it's locked. So I may look into something like that to put the AR like on the side of the wall, but also making sure that the stigma is removed. So it's not like, ooh, cool, what's that? Yeah. Or, I've seen situations where, they may have it somewhere where it's easily accessible, but only say the adults in the house had the key to that particular, say, closet or whatever the case may be. Or one is battle ready in the safe or something like that, that only the parents know the combination to. I mean, so I think there's ways you should have something staged, I think. But you have to figure out where and how, I think was what's important. I mean, some people, what they do is they don't take their concealed carry firearm off until they go to bed. So I knew you'd raise your hand. I was kind of expecting it. So, I mean, that's the other side of it too. So it's only out of your possession, just your pistol out of your possession. But I mean, it comes in like, what do you consider your official home defense rifle? Because I know my goal is not to reach for the pistol first, is to reach for something else. But got to get there. And, been thinking about that a little bit because I've seen like all kind of shit, man. Once you fall down a rabbit hole, there's a solution to the problem. I mean, there's under bed safes and shit that you can use. There's ways. So, I mean, even as simple as like a trigger guard, but you got to find one that's like easily defeated once you are ready to use it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of ways. You can't just leave your shotgun in the corner by the door and expect them, because the other thing you got to think of when staging a firearm is if that intruder comes in your house, you don't want them to be in a situation where they can get to it too. You want to have any tactical advantage that you can before, once they come in the house and commit to trying to do you harm. So, I mean, I think that's all I got. You may make me think of something else once you give me your perspective. So, what you got?
First of all, the terminology that you used and choice of words, fucking spot on. Battle ready, defeat the lock, and all that. Spot on, brother. I like that shit. I'm like, check him out. Oh shit! But
it means a lot.
But in all seriousness, it like you said, it just depends. Like where we were staying at in Atlanta when we first got to Atlanta, you remember what kind of place we were staying. I kept the shotgun in the closet right by the fucking door, and concealed carry stays on my person until I fucking go to bed. And that was just a couple of safety measures I had. I've significantly amped up my armory since, but we're not gonna go into that because ain't none of y'all goddamn business what I got in my goddamn house. But as far as staging it anywhere and everywhere, kind of like the Kevin Hart joke he did, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, so you want to rob me in the bathroom? No, you don't need to keep it in every single fucking place unless you're like me and just carry your concealed carry around in the house. Because truth be told, yeah, you don't know what can happen and how it can happen. But I agree with you with if you're gonna have it in certain places, number one, teach your kids what it is. First and foremost, if they're old enough. Like Keontae, he's about to be 12, so he's actually about to start. He's about to go shooting and shit for his birthday, so he's about to understand exactly how this shit's supposed to fucking work. And also train your household. You know what I'm saying? Like in the event of somebody kicking in your motherfucking door, know what to fucking do already. So you know what I'm saying? You'll have things in place. You know it's accessible. You know how to do it because it's muscle memory. Even if you keep your shit safe, even if it's easy to defeat the lock, as my brother put it, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to get in that fucking safe. It's still gonna take muscle memory because when your fight or flight kicks in, and you know what I'm saying, that adrenaline is fucking pumping. You don't want to be fumbling with a fucking lock. You don't want to be fumbling with a fucking combination because you can't remember. I mean, it's just practice makes fucking perfect. But it just like you said depends on how your house is set up and not just the floor plan of the house, but everything about the house. It just depends on how your house is set up, what kind of community you have. The age of your children also plays a significant role because a lot of these kids now they play Call of Duty and all this other shit, and they're like, "Ooh, cool! I'm Call of Duty now." And then you know what I'm saying. And you got the other ones that want to pose on social media with your shit, and it causes some fucking issues. As far as like you mentioned, if your kid has to get to the firearm in the case of a defense situation, I don't mind taking a hit for that. I don't mind.
Of course.
All taking a hit.
I don't think any parent would.
Because I mean, if I can't get to it, and I actually have something that my son can shoot that doesn't have any kick or anything like that, he can actually handle it in a case of that much of a fucking emergency. He can protect his brother and his mom and everybody else that'll be in the house. I'm completely fucking for it. But me personally, you come in here, bitch, I got hands. I'm a douche your ass up real motherfucking quick. Then I'm a motherfucking get out to go get my shit. Joking but serious at the same time. But honestly, I would say no. I wouldn't just stage my shit anywhere in the house. Now, will I have a little knife tucked off in my recliner or something? Yeah. I have a
been
knife
that way for decades.
It is. I'll tuck a knife real motherfucking quick. But as far as my fucking firearm, the safety of my family is important from outside fucking threats. But accidents happen all the fucking time, especially with firearms. So I wouldn't want to put my family in any kind of situation by having my weapon anywhere. Depending on if it has a safety on it too. I just thought about that too. If it has a safety, maybe I'd be more willing to put it somewhere where, like, let's say Kevion can't get to it. He's my 5-year-old, guys. If my youngest one can't get to it, and I can post it there to where anybody that's of age that knows how to shoot, because I've trained all of my kids so far on how to shoot, can get to it just in case I can't get to it, or I'm throwing these things and they got to get to it. You know what I'm saying? They can do what they got to fucking do. So, but all in all, no.
Cool. So 2 points real quick that I thought of while you were talking. So, I watched a video from Coleon Noir, and he made a case for having the firearm in the bathroom. And he was saying that, he lives by himself, and you never know what could be happening. You in the shower, or you sitting on the toilet, and you can't carry in the shower, so something happens. And I think Bon B mentioned on podcast. For those that don't know who Bun B is, half of UGK, RIP Pimp C.
R.I.P. Pimp C.
Yes, sir. But he mentioned that they broke into his house one time when he was on the toilet.
Yeah, his wife fucking did her damn thing. Yeah, I remember that.
So, I mean, it kind of makes a case for, maybe not every room in the house, but thinking about how you use your house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And being prepared for that.
The rooms where you're most vulnerable, maybe you should have one.
Yeah, or where you're most likely to be, I would say.
Yeah, because I'm gonna take me a shit.
I would hope so. I mean, that's a natural part of life. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna take me a shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I sure fucking hope so. But yeah, I mean, like I said, be mindful of who's in your house and what's in your house, and do a little research. I mean, there's even seminars on how to stage your house. Take one of those if you're really not sure, and you should be good to go. Also, I was gonna say what you were thinking about with the safety. It also makes a good case. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't for them, but it also makes a good case for like a 1911 because it's a different battery of arms than like firing a Glock with no safety. I mean, you got to think about a safety, a grip safety, and all that shit. And so that's a little bit different of a shooting routine than it is just anything else. So, I mean, that's a thought too. Or you could even keep it in your holster. So that's just another step further. So, anything to deter somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that helps out the situation. So, and avoids, one, keeps you protected in the case that something happens, but two, and even more importantly, I would say, is protects those that don't know what they're doing from accessing their firearm and causing something bad to happen. Because that's the last thing we want, both for the well-being of a family and the well-being of gun rights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because every time one of those happens, that's another feather in the cap of somebody who's anti-gun.
Yep. See, this is why we shouldn't have those death machines. So just another thing, it's not about the stage of firearms in the house, but I really think like when you go into the firing range, earring protection should be kind of optional. The reason I say that is because if you're in an actual firing incident, you know what I'm saying, where you actually have to shoot your fucking weapon in the house, in the street, or wherever, you don't want to wait a minute, let me put my hearing protection on. You want to be actually used to the sound of that some bitch going to fuck off, because you don't want to be fucking startled by the sound, because the shit is fucking loud.
It is.
It's loud. I mean, this minus a 22 caliber, but everything else is fucking loud without that fucking hearing protection in. And I think you should have an option to get used to that shit. Or you should find a range that allows it, because you need to get used to that fucking sound, because you're going to fuck up and miss wherever the fuck you shooting at, because that shit's so fucking loud that it fucks up your fucking shit, in my personal opinion.
So I understand your logic, but I disagree. And here's why I disagree. Going back to our previous topic about respecting vets, and every vet that I know has some degree of tinnitus. And that's why.
I got a video to prove it.
Right. And so because of that reason, I don't think that should be the case. I think what should be mindful of is your choices. I personally think that obtaining a suppressor shouldn't require giving blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And all states don't let you have a suppressor.
Correct.
Legal.
Correct. So I think, that should help mitigate that. I mean, it's not going to eliminate the sound, of course, but, given that I always wear earring protection, you know what I mean? I'm all for it. I mean, just like when I ride my motorcycle, I wear earring protection. Hearing protection. I mean to say hearing.
I called it
hearing
but
protection.
It's okay.
Hearing protection.
You're old.
Whiskey's good. Whiskey's good. But no, I mean, I think you should wear it to protect your ears, because yes, I understand where you're coming from, but again, the probability of you want to prep to put yourself in the best situation to defend yourself should the time come. Chances are, you will be able to do everything you need to do to operate that firearm effectively, and then get over the fact that, you may lose hearing temporarily because of the loudness of the gunshot.
Your ears are fucking ringing.
I think once you get over that, you'll be fine. All things considered. But you want to protect your ears in day-to-day life, and not just subject yourself for the off chance. You know what I'm saying?
Or unless you're that person that always say, I want to hear that shit, then fuck it. Don't
Yeah.
wear it. You
Right.
gotta hear that shit. But
I mean,
no,
now if it's your
still right.
choice, I mean that's different. But I mean, I think you shouldn't give yourself a risk just for the concept of preparing for something that may never happen.
That's a good point. I guess it's a little different for me because my ears are already fucked.
Sure.
If I could find my fucking camera from when I was downrange, I'll send you the fucking video. We could drop it in here someday, somehow, whenever I find that fucking camera. But that's a really valid point, man. I actually retract my statement, sort of, kind of, in a way. Just ladies and gentlemen, if you get in a real life or death situation, don't be, I gotta find my ear protection first.
Yeah,
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it. Just shoot that bitch. Let the ring in. It'll go away for a minute. It's gonna hurt.
And I mean, honestly, I don't know. I've never been in a situation, but I'm just thinking about it. The last thing on my mind once I grab my firearm is not getting ear pro and eye pro. I'm not gonna be like, shit, let me. It's just not gonna happen. So
fair enough.
So yeah.
Indeed.
Good bonus point, man. Good bonus point.
Yeah, that was good.
Yep. All right, everybody. So the title says Instagram models, but we just kind of generalize and we'll just talk all social media. What do you think, man? Like, do you think how do you feel about Instagram models? Good, bad, or indifferent? What do you think about like that whole subset of the internet, if you will?
So are we just talking about like Instagram models, or are we throwing in like OnlyFans? And
you can cover it all because I guarantee you, for every other Instagram model, they got a link to their OnlyFans in their profile.
First of all, I would like to say, ladies, if y'all do this, that's what y'all do. I'm not here to judge what you do. I'm not here to judge your bodies or whatsoever. That's your choices. That's your body. You grown. You do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Sure.
And there's some thirsty motherfucker that's living in his mama basement that appreciates it.
Or just thirsty, period.
But what I think is I think they can offer more. Like, it's actually, to me, it's really disappointing because I'm pretty sure a lot of these women who are Instagram models and got their OnlyFans and be showing ass and titties on TikTok every fucking second they get and making their ass do that shit and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got way more to fucking offer than that, but that's the quickest way to get internet famous. That's the quickest way to get a little check. That's the quickest way. It's the quick route. And like I said,
the quickest way to get that check is $8.99 on Twitter, or it used to be.
I don't know how much that shit is.
It changed. It's gone.
It was searching some shit, yo.
No, asshole. That was all in the news about Twitter. They changed the validation. You can get verified. That's your ass.
It's okay, man.
No, I'm fucking around.
I ain't paying for that.
But that's gone anyway. You can't do that anymore. But go ahead.
But they got more to offer. I'm a man, and just like any man, titties, yes, ass, yeah, some asses, because some of it is just a little ridiculous. I'm sorry, like I said again, ladies, your body, your choice. I respect you all, I really fucking do. But some of that shit is fucking just excessive, and it looks stupid. It really fucking does. You got fucking couch pillows in your fucking pants walking around. Like this and shit. The shit doesn't even jiggle or nothing. It's just like fucking two hard ass pancakes that you left in the pan way too goddamn long or some shit. Looks hard. I'm sorry. I digress. I digress. I'm sorry. I apologize, ladies. But I just feel like they got more. There's this one lady. She has a good frame. You know what I'm saying? She's built nice and everything like that. But she's not titties out, ass out. No, she's shooting weapons and cooking chicken. God damn it, that's what she fucking doing. I forgot her name. Red something. What's her name? I don't remember, but she be on TikTok and stuff too. Like, she be cooking and shooting. Then other ones, they cosplay or they selling lingerie and stuff like that. Now, see, that's a different ball game in itself, because you're just a lingerie model, nothing different than Victoria's Secret or anything like that. But you just ain't fucking on your Twitter. Yes, and doing all this other shit, man. I get it. You guys get rich off it for a moment, for a second. But one thing I don't feel like they taking into perspective is one day you're going to get old, ladies. One day the silicone booty is going to You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be the fucking same. Y'all, y'all do what you do. That's cool and all, but do more. I mean, I know you got at least a high school diploma. You did something with yourself other than showing your titties and showing your ass. And I mean, it's to the point like, huh? It's another titty, it's another ass. Flip, another titty, another ass. Flip. I mean, it's just that's all they're fucking doing, man. Do something more. Show me something else. Like even the gamer chicks, you know, they're at least they're gaming when they titties and their ass out. But the ones that's just titties out, ass out, titties out, ass out. Got you. All right. You went to the Dominican, you got your shots or whatever, you're feeling yourself. Cool. Y'all live for the fucking thirst traps and y'all dudes. Y'all fucking fall for the shit, you big thirsty motherfuckers. Like, get the fuck off the internet, take your ass to the gym or Walmart or something, and go meet you a fucking chick instead of fantasizing over these fucking females who's I wouldn't. Some people consider it degrading themselves and all that. I'm not, because everybody got to hustle. You hustle how you gonna motherfucking hustle, but I just think they could be more and could do more. Like a lot of times I see these models and stuff on TikTok and things like that, and I've even told the wife I check it just to see if they're doing something else than the fucking usual. Because I'm just, you know, and out of the ones I've searched, maybe one or two are doing something different. Some of them are like farming and got kids and in the anime or sell different kind of stuff on Amazon or real estate, or they doing something fucking different, man. I'm just don't limit yourself to one hustle, ladies, because the body's not gonna be there forever. What you got, bro?
All right. So when I first got on Instagram, man, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I had no idea. And, you know, I looked at the different, you know, I think they ask you when you set your account up the things that interest you. So they'll put you in those communities and show you stuff from those pages. And so from the beginning, anytime there was a black cosplayer, I was following. Didn't matter because, you know, I wanted to support. I didn't realize how many they were. So I had to stop that real quick. And then it was sometimes like you'd be scrolling through and shit. You'd be like, oh, damn, I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Okay. I mean, and what happens sometimes is kind of distracting from the craftsmanship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because those costumes are fucking elaborate and take a lot of skill to make. And I mean, a lot of times, man, you know, ass and titties is unfortunately the path of least resistance. You know, and I always go back. You mentioned OnlyFans. There was a financial podcast where they interviewed this woman who makes her money off OnlyFans. And I think she dropped out of med school or some shit to do her OnlyFans.
Come on, sis.
But yes, but she talked about what she makes a month. She'll never make that as a doctor. And even I think she was saying she was making like close to, I mean, and this isn't for everybody. I mean, and everybody's not gonna make that. So, you know, her results aren't indicative of everybody. She could make upwards of $1 million a month.
Yeah, I'm gonna start showing my ass on the net. Fuck it.
Let's not.
All sphincter, goddamn.
That has been episode 79. Y'all take it easy. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we out. No. Kevin, shut the hell up, man. Put your cup down. Okay. Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up no more. But to that point, you know, if you take that and flip it as, you know, whatever, you could be set for the rest of your life. And so I get that. I do. But then at the same time, you know, it's distracting to where it's like, you know, I know like with my back pain, I went through like looking for chiropractors online and seeing like, you know, what kind of questions they're asking and, you know, what kind of adjustments they're doing. So if I went to a chiropractor, I could ask those same questions. And then you find certain chiropractors, every, you know, thumbnail is like, I swear they adjusting their ass or something, because it's like right in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and nobody, it does. I mean, and granted, I get it. I understand. But at the same time, like you said, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you scrolling through and you like, oh, I had on next to nothing. My ass is out. I have this freshly purchased body, but I do real estate or I do whatever. And there's a gun YouTuber, and we might even be talking about the same person. And she's on there, and you know, she's got a lot going on in her situation. And I would be hesitant to like watch her videos because I'm like, yo, the thumbnail is right in her ass. And I don't want it to look like I'm trying to, look at other stuff.
Man, you
Yo,
trying to see what she's shooting, what she
she
cooking.
literally shoots every gun that's
Mm-hmm.
on my list. Like
I'm
when I
talking
was
about the
looking
same
for a
one.
new carry, she shot every one of them, and she helped me make my decision, man, for real. But at the same time, I would have missed that if I would have been like, I ain't trying to thirst trap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you just had to look for ass and titties, you would have missed
Right. And,
what
and so I mean
the
that's
video was really for.
the right. And I mean she's legit, man. No bullshit. And so, that kind of sometimes I think distracts. And I do worry, if you want to go to the DR, if you want to do it here and get it done, I mean that's fine. That's your business. Do what you want to do. I do wonder if in 10, 15, 20 years, reverse BBLs are going to be like the number one surgery in America, because I think we're getting to a point. Like, remember when um, uh, breast enhancement surgery was like the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and people would get like, okay, that's big, but it looks like realistically big, and then it got like almost cartoonishly big. You know what I mean? I think we're getting there with the asses now.
Yeah, like that one
Whereas,
plastic lady.
yeah,
She got
yeah,
her
yeah,
lips
yeah, yeah, yeah,
done, and
yeah, yeah. Like I think it's getting to a point where it's like, there is no way your waist should be this big and your ass is like this big. It's not
mm,
real. And if that's what you want to do, I mean, fine, but there's got to be health risk to doing that shit, and
oh yeah,
then to keep going back and getting it done and getting it done and getting it done.
the long term effects is gonna be something.
And that's what I worry about, man, because it's not, a lot of years of medical history on these things.
Yeah.
And then, if they're going overseas and that aftercare ain't good, you've seen those stories of like somebody who got the shit done back when they were doing the shots versus, the BBLs now,
Mm-hmm.
where it's, moving fat from one place to the other when they were just doing the shots. And it has a reaction and their body starts eating away at itself. And
Yeah.
I think there was this one lady that I watched an interview from. They ended up having to, she's a double amputee now.
Mm.
And so all because she was trying to get that fat ass.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part, man. Like a lot of that shit's not regulated when you go in other places to get it done.
Yeah.
And those doctors and shit aren't really doctors. And I think I was reading an article. Oh, crazy shit too. I was listening to this video where this lady was saying, and I didn't verify that it's 100% true, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. So young lady goes overseas, gets it done, comes back. She's like lethargic, she's tired, all this shit. Goes to the doctor to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They hit her for her kidney.
Damn.
They stole the kidney from her. She didn't even know, and ain't nothing she can do about it. And
Nope.
and because once she went back to look into it, couldn't find the people who did it or anything.
Oh
So
yeah, that motherfucker's gone.
gone. Yeah. So you got to be careful, man. I mean, that's all I ask is be careful. And yes, it's easy. I mean, I'll say easy money if you will, but don't let that be your end game. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't shake your ass on Instagram for the rest of your life.
Hey man.
However, there have been a lot of grandmas shaking their ass on Instagram now too. So I could be wrong, but I sure hope I'm not. Because I mean, it's cool the first time, but like after the like 800th time, when you just trying to find, you know, somebody who changes tires, or you trying to find somebody who does stock analysis, and it's stock analysis with your titties out, and
Can't take it serious.
no, you really
You have to
don't.
take
You,
it
you you
serious.
miss the information you're trying to get. And I mean, I think that's kind of the key, is that a lot of the information that you may have that's good is lost for the distraction.
Oh yeah.
But you know, like you said, sex sells. Always has, always will. And that's the scary part. Sometimes it's like, how far will folks go for that least path of resistance? That's all I got. And my
Oh,
cigar's probably out.
only thing I got left, man, is where y'all fucking daddies at? Y'all daddies is cool with it? Cause I got two daughters, my goddamn self. I can't see it. And then the other thing is when you start having kids and shit, you know what I'm saying? Your kids are gonna see this. Kids nowadays have more access to Instagram and all this other shit than they ever had. And think about your child for a second. Everybody in the
Mm-hmm.
classroom has seen his mama shaking her ass
Mm-hmm.
on fucking Instagram. He got to go to school and live with that shit every fucking day.
Did you hear about the teacher that got dunked today this week?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, her and her husband basically had an OnlyFans page, and she basically said she had it because the teacher salary wasn't paying enough. But what they got in trouble for was doing it in they had seen shot in school.
Come on, bro. See, that's the silly shit I be talking about, right? Fucking here. That's the silly shit I be talking. Like I said, if you're gonna hustle, but don't do it stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about going on Foot Finder my goddamn self, man. Give me old petty. Serious.
We know you've mentioned it too many times in this conversation.
I have. Wife won't let me do it. No, let me stop. But I mean, however you gonna get it. Just, you know what I'm saying? Look into the future just a little bit. I know a lot of people. I'm living for today because tomorrow ain't promised and all this other shit. But you also got to plan for the future too. You got to think about your kids. You got to think about your potential spouse. Because a lot of dudes don't care, but me personally, I don't want something that everybody across the world have fucking seen already. I don't want that. I don't want that at fucking all. But you know, again, I'm single. I'm doing me and all this other shit. But there's gonna come a time where you're gonna want to settle down. You're gonna want to have kids. You want to have a professional, you know what I'm saying, job and everything like that. And I think we talked about it before, that a lot of jobs now are looking into your social media. As soon as they see, you know what I'm saying, you spread fucking ego, that's over with. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing else. So that's just something to think about, man. But like I said in the beginning, this is not a shot at you ladies at all. This is not us shaming y'all or nothing like that. Y'all do what y'all do, man. It's just our opinion.
Have a strategy. Have your exit strategy. Because you can't do it forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just finished off my concoction, so we're gonna pass it on to bro, man. How was your accessories this evening, man?
Oh man, this Old Forester is fantastic.
I gotta try some.
It is good. I like Old Forester anyway, but this one's just different. Like, what's cool is depending on how you drink it, determines what you get. Sometimes you get a little bit of apple. Sometimes you get this weird taste. You get a little bit of fruit. You get a little bit of woodsy taste. Man, it's some fantastic shit. So good shit, and it goes great with this cigar, man. Great cigar, man. Ain't got nothing bad to say about it. Good flavor, good burn. Like I said before, I think every now and then I have to double puff it to keep it lit. But other than that, it's fine. I mean, it is also 20-some degrees outside, so there is that too.
That's what's up.
So yeah, man. How about yours?
Like I said, man, the cigar was just plain, man. Wasn't nothing special about it at all, but it smoked pretty good. I'm actually, hold on. That was actually the last of it right there. And my concoction, man, pretty potent concoction. It ain't got me fucked up or nothing. All the shit I've been talking on this episode, that's all me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still fucking sober out here, by the way. But it was a pretty good concoction, man. I don't think I'd do it again unless I'm like not doing anything important. But pretty good. I think it might have gave me heartburn too. But you know, one of them things getting old. You just can't drink every goddamn thing no more. But not too bad, man. Not bad.
Cool, man. Cool. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with episode 79. Been good times, man. You got anything else for the people?
Ladies, don't take it personal. Just my opinion. Salute to all the vets out there. Y'all take care of y'all vets, man. Donate wherever you can donate. The Wounded Warrior Project. And that's pretty much it, man.
For real. So what I want you guys to do now is send a comment, let us know what you think, subscribe, take a look at some of these videos that are popping up on the screen right now. There'll be some more stuff from us. And like I always say, man, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Be out.